When dueling in Chivalry 2, you have four main attacks: slash, stab, overhead, and special. One way to start a duel is to charge right in and try to get your initial attack in before they do. This strategy can be hard to time, but if you pull it off, you put your opponent on the defensive and gain initiative. Another way to gain initiative is to wait for your opponent to attack first, then block, and then counter their attack. Gaining initiative is very important in Chivalry 2. When you have initiative, you are much more likely to land your attack than your opponent is. You gain initiative when landing a first strike, landing a kick, landing a jab, or after a successful block. Blocking is very important when dueling, but can be overused. The most important thing I learned is to not turtle or panic block. Turtling is holding the block button for long periods of time, and panic blocking is hitting the block button when no attack is imminent. If you block before your opponent attacks, they can just kick you and then attack you. Another important thing to keep in mind is to have a plan post-block based on your opponent's tendencies. When you attack immediately after blocking an attack, that is called a riposte. A riposte is easy to block and should be used when you think your opponent is not going to block your attack. A counter is like a riposte, but you need to quickly do the same attack back after blocking their attack. A counter must be started before their attack lands as well. A counter also replenishes the stamina used for the initial block. A couple other defensive moves are the jab, which interrupts your opponent's attack, and the kick, which interrupts their block. The kick is a very important ability and is even more effective when used in combination with feints. Feints are extremely important while dueling. A few of my favorite feints are the slash to overhead, slash to stab, and the slash to kick. To do a slash to overhead, quickly hit right trigger and then the left bumper. For a slash to stab, it's right trigger plus right bumper, and slash to kick is right trigger plus B. A good time to use these feints is after a successful block or when your opponent dodges on. Combos are also very important. My favorite combo is slash to kick feint into a stab. To do this, you hit right trigger plus the B button to kick, and then right bumper after your kick lands. But you will need to adjust your combos based on how your opponent reacts to your feints. Throwing is another ability that can help you win a duel. A good time to use throw is after you knock your opponent down or when they have low health. Throw is most effective at medium to somewhat close range. The risk to using throw is you could miss and possibly lose a weapon or shield in the process. When dueling, it's important to pay attention to your opponent's tendencies. Chivalry 2 reminds me a lot of chess. You counter their move, then they counter, and so forth. The person who wins is the one who adapts and stays one step ahead. In my opinion, 1v1 arena dueling is the best way to improve your skill in Chivalry 2, and you can take these skills to the other game modes as well. These are just a few things I learned so far. I hope they help out. Thanks, and we'll see you on the next one.